Yo, it is Monday, and welcome back to the Monday Midsole. I am your co-host, Kev, aka Buckeye City Soul. We have a great show planned for you today. It's been a while. This is show number 3, and it's happening in July. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pass it to the elder statesman, Mr. Marcus.
What is good? It's your boy Polos and Jays, man. Excited to be back. Hopefully, we can get into a routine where y'all won't see us once every 6 months. But I'm excited with our special guest we got tonight. But before we get to her, we're gonna pass it over to I ain't even got a name for Charlemagne the God looking ass.
Don't listen to this, man. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mo. Glad to be back. It's been a minute. I'm actually not too upset that I haven't been able to see one of these people's faces normally. But, tonight we are blessed. We are in the presence of greatness this evening. But I'm always around myself, so I'm always around greatness. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and kick it over to that young lady who is joining us this evening.
Okay, I was just saying hi to the people in the chat. Hey, yeah. My name is Keeley, and I'm glad to be here with you good people. I'm excited.
We are excited.
Glad to have you after your stardom.
Please, not with the stardom. Stop.
we got a superstar in the house, y'all.
I do one little thing, and now, please.
I thought he was talking about me. He said superstar, right? You weren't talking about me?
Oh, no, definitely not you. That's crazy.
She said one little thing, something that all of us would love to do, but she the only person I know that done it. Well, I know two people, but she the only person I care about that did it.
Who said I'm supposed to talk about
that? Ain't true. That ain't true. I'm just
supposed
kidding.
to talk about my experience and stuff?
Yeah, tell us real quick about how did that go down, with the whole...
Tell everybody what it is. So
tell everybody what it is.
Oh, yeah. So I was on the sneakers app, What You Got segment. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. So what happened was, because since now that I'm on here, like, for the record, I don't have management. I don't have people that I know at the brands. I don't have none of this shit. Like, I am a regular girl from Far Rockaway, Queens. I don't got none of this shit that people be out here talking about. What happened was I was on Twitter and I wrote a tweet and I asked Sneaker Twitter, I was like, if you could be on What You Got, what is like the 5 shoes you would use? I put my 5 and started circling around someday, somehow. Okay. Like 2 months later, I come home after a drunk ass night and I see a big box.
What was you drinking?
I was drinking like mad margaritas and shit. I was wild.
Oh, okay. Oh, you good.
Okay.
You wasn't drinking anything.
I come home to a box in front of my door and I'm like, I don't remember ordering shoes. Like, I'm checking Go, eBay, like making sure I didn't order anything. And my dad's like, he's like, I told you to let me know. Like, because the box was just sitting in front of the door. Niggas be stealing and shit. Whatever. So I look at the tag and I see Nike sneakers, something. I'm just like, you lying. So I open up the box and I'm like, it's a picture of my tweet. Like, they put it in a frame.
Oh.
And then they sent me the Mellow Concepts, the MX ones, the Mellows.
Nice.
And then they like wrote a little note and it was just like, you say you just a girl that just love kicks, but we see that you're more than that, blah blah blah. And it was like, yeah, we want to do What You Got. And then like a couple of hours later I got an email.
That's awesome.
How'd they get your address?
Nigga, it's a sneakers app.
Yeah.
I mean, she orders shoes every day, so
yeah. I mean, not like everybody use their real address. I mean, I won't get into that.
No, but they clearly know I have a Nike account, right? So they could look up in their system somehow, I guess.
Nice. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's
Pure
happened
luck.
since? Whatever. So what's happened since?
I was not much. I haven't done anything really big. Just more people wanted me to have them on their show. Just kind of just getting my name out here. But I don't consider myself an influencer, by the way. Like that word to me has such like a negative. Like I literally just wake up. I post what I love, sneakers. I like to make fits with them. I talk about mental health. That is my lane. I didn't expect any of this to happen. So, you know, but I'm here for the ride.
Hey, I'm about to say, enjoy that ride, shoot.
And that's why you really are an influencer, even though you may not like the word. But I mean, at the end of the day, you do have an impact on people's lives. I mean, you definitely impacted my life. You know what I'm saying? And you impact other people's lives as well. You know, especially with your mental health journey. You know, a lot of people are afraid to speak on that, and you're not. You're very open and public with it, and that makes other people feel more open about it. So that's a big deal. That's the kind of influence we need, not people trying to post fits and tag folks in it just to get some attention.
Sir, don't you post fits?
No, please.
I don't tag.
Tag.
Everybody.
Stop.
All of that. I'm just saying.
Kev,
I mean, no shade.
I'm like, Kev, what the hell is going on?
Just let it roll. Just let it roll.
No shade. I'm just saying. I mean, I ain't trying to come at nobody. I'm just saying, no, that's the type of influence that we need. Somebody who not out here looking for what's going in their pocket. They out here trying to help other people, and that's what you do. So that's positive influence. We need more of that.
I like how you frame that, right? Because I think when you use that term, given what you tied it to, like the, you know, being open about the mental, you know, health awareness and stuff, you know, and being able to positively speak on that, it helps other people open up. And, you know, and that's the thing, right? Because let's be realistic, us, you know, we feel like when you talk about that, that's a form of being weak and stuff like that. And I got friends who,
especially in the Black community, for sure.
Right. And that's the problem, you know, and then it just, you know, so I think you using that term influence for that, I can 100% co-sign versus, yeah, like you said, kicks and fits. Like that ain't adding no value, right? So good stuff though. I'm excited. I am. I give you grief, but you know, I'm excited. That's good stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I give everybody grief, so it's all good.
And for the record, I post fits not for attention from brands. I post fits to help niggas like you who used to wear carpenter jeans and button-up shirts all the time with their sneakers. Okay,
Who you talking about?
Leave Key alone.
I'm talking to Mo. Mo know who I'm talking about.
You talking about Key? Let her wear.
Dang, carpenter? Not even cargo. You said carpenter.
Man,
no.
Mo used to have them carpenter jeans on. Yeah, with the little hammer thing on the side and shit. I'm like, nigga, is you going to sneaker con or you going to work on somebody's toilet?
Yeah, you was a Smurf with the pencil behind his ear.
Yeah, y'all is so. I can't.
Handy.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I'm already hot.
So y'all want to get into the special rendition of what's in the box?
Let's do it.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, let's see it. What's in the box? Sponsored by Unboxed app.
Hey.
This what's in the box is going to be a little bit different. We're just going to go through our top three, well, at least top three for the moment, of pickups that we've got this year. I mean, for me, it's going to be kind of hard, so I just went with what I got already down here because I'm lazy. But you know, we'll go ahead and go around, and also, I mean, since it's sponsored by by Unboxed, you want to kind of tell us a little bit about what's going on with Unboxed?
Yeah, I can do that real quick. So we recently launched our paid product that is going to offer you guys self-authenticating, since all the scandals going on with these different brands. I'm gonna just say this real quick. You guys put too much trust in a lot of these brands just because they say they authenticate. Don't get caught up in that, because it's too much going on. So we're giving you guys the opportunity to have some transparency into that process. We're going to give you a value of what your sneaker collection's worth, because a lot of you guys have collections that are worth more than some small homes and vehicles. And then we're also giving you guys the option for insurance. But we got a couple more things coming. Probably in the next couple of weeks, you'll be able to see your friends' collections, and you know, you'll be able to socialize. So we got some things coming. So you know, just bear with us. We're catching a lot of backlash because, you know, we're trying to go to a paid model, but ultimately, you know, you guys you're being a part of our community. We're giving you access to stuff. So we can't run this shit for free. So just bear with us, you know, like we're trying to adjust. So
Android. Because Because you're saying all this beautiful stuff that's happening, and I'm truly, truly happy for you. But what about the people that want to use your app with Android?
Okay, so let's clear that up real quick. Two things. First of all, change your phone.
Go get you a iPhone 4. Them joints like $30.
But it's a or if you got an iPad, I'm sure you got an iPad. But realistically, though, it's a couple things. One, money, right? Like this costs money. Like everything that you guys are seeing is we have no investors. This is all out of pocket. So, and then the second thing is what we want to do is before we get over to Android, we want to make sure that the Apple product is clean. So where the Apple folks are getting certain features rolled out piece by piece, when we roll over to Android, you're going to get everything in one shot. You don't got to go through all these pains and headaches of the Apple. So it's coming. You know, it's coming for sure.
Big Joe
I want it on there more than you do. Trust me.
He said he maxed out. Big Joe, how many pairs of shoes you got?
Oh no, he maxed. Joe, hit me up. Big Joe, hit me up. Hit me up.
Big Joe buys shoes every week.
Yeah,
every time I look on his page, he posting some new old shit, some new classic shit. But real quick before we start, before we dive in, let me make sure we shout out the usual suspects because you know y'all always come through and support. It's the reason why we here. So in the chat first, as always, the homie Flash. What's good, Flash? KB Fresh Kicks always in the top 3 coming in, as well as Big Joe 23. Appreciate y'all as always. Beard Jedi from Talking Kicks. Make sure y'all check them out. They come on. I think they're doing a show this week. I think I saw. Let's see. Dub P, the homie with all the kicks.
Yes, sir.
IBA, the king of trolls. What's good, my brother? Money Fresh Clothing. Always with the dope gears. The homie J Jeff. I hope you got your red cup with your homie. Let's see. Key2ursole, we don't need to say nothing to you. Who else we got? Miss Paula Map, how are you, Queen? Maserati Leak, the homie Maserati. Love that dude right there. Who else we got? The homie Amir ASC Kicks was good. Beezy was good. Beezy and fitted with the Air Maxes. OG Warren C. And I think that's about it, man. If y'all in here and y'all ghost riding with us, at least say something in the chat so we can see you. All right, let's get with it, y'all.
All right, so let's go ahead and start. Let's guess first.
Yep, ladies first. Through. Marcus or Key, take your pick.
I'll go first. Ladies first, right? All right, so this isn't actually my top 3. It's just like my top 3. Like my favorites so far. So I did a Jordan, I did a regular Nike, and I did a Van. So Jordan wise, these most likely are making it to my top 10. So
okay.
Napoleon 3s. I think these are mad clean. I don't care what nobody's talking about.
Neapolitan.
I need that.
Like ice cream.
Oh, Neapolitan, yeah.
And then from Vans, it's their most recent Bape collab.
Okay.
I know Vans is like.
Is the other shoe the same? Oh, I like that.
Different.
Like every panel, every side is different.
When
those put on the big screen, kid. Put on the big screen.
Oh, my bad. I'm over here.
Oh, I gotta do that again.
Yeah, do that.
Oh, wait. Hold up.
Oh, I thought he cut it.
Was this?
When those drop, Key?
Those are fire.
A couple months ago.
Really? I didn't.
Yeah. I was very upset because I hit on Vans and then they canceled my order. I was so mad. Like I was so mad. So first of all, thank God for Twitter, because this girl I met on Twitter, she was like, my girlfriend knows a girl that worked at the Bape store in Soho or whatever, and she could like hold your size if they have it. So she called them, blah blah blah, and I like drove to Soho and I was able to get them. So nice. Thank God for that.
I like those.
And then my last pair is
what's good, Rice Goat?
MX1 IDs that they were letting people do, and this is the pair that I made.
Nice.
Oh, I like that.
It's like lavender.
Get her big again. Yeah. Can I see the laces? Oh,
yeah, they're like fuzzy laces.
I like that.
Did you get two fuzzy laces, or did you?
Oh, nice.
Or did you get one fuzzy and one flat?
Oh, I got two. I have I ended up getting lavender.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you got both fuzzy. Okay, cool. I like those. I'm mad I didn't have the chance to make one. Those are nice. I would have fucked it up.
They did it like 3 times.
I send it to you every time.
Yeah,
and you know me and my You send it, but you know my job, man. Like by the time I get to it, it closed. But I mean, I would have messed it up anyway. It's all good.
Yeah, you would have, because you ain't got no style.
Please.
Or stylish friends.
So,
Oh wow.
Glad we're not friends.
Y'all so funny.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, who next?
You told you, ladies first. That's what we got. One out the way. Bearded lady next. Let's go.
All right, so in no particular order, because I'm like really like stuck, because all of these probably gonna be in my top 3, but I don't know what's gonna be number 1.
Get on,
But
Kev.
oh yeah, those joints.
the Air Max Casinas,
Get close. Get it close.
man, this shoe. When I first saw this shoe online, I was like, it's all right. I'm gonna get it because it's an Air Max. But man, getting them in hand,
Still pony hair.
it's got like it's got
pony hair or is that
on the side.
Okay.
No, that's pony hair. It's got suede. It's got tumbled leather here. Then it's got a deeper suede here. And yeah, man, they are dope. Everything on here is just scream quality, man. Definitely one of the best shoes made this year.
I wish I could have got that.
Next up is my most recent pickup, the Joe.
Yeah, those are hard. Oh man, Joe got a stroke. Get that stroke.
Man, when I tell you another well-made, well-put together, great quality shoe, I mean, it's got like, it's not quilted, but it's the quilted stitching on the inside with the suede and the nubuck on there. Man, it's just a beautiful shoe in hand. It's crazy. He put his foot in this one.
Those are crazy.
Yeah, I got to get the other pair now because I'm in love with these, man. I'm in love with these. And the comfort on them, man, they nice. They nice. And last but not least, my shoe that's been the love of 2022 is the Concepts Far Outs. I mean, y'all know I love me some purple, and then just throwing some denim on there and all the patterns. They did an amazing job on this shoe, man. You know, and it's gonna be hard to beat. Like I said, it's in my top 3. Where it's gonna fall at the end of the year, I don't know, but right now it's teetering on number 1. That's it. I see it.
Sure.
I see it.
All right, we'll just roll right in the mode now.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna go with the Union Jordan 2s.
Okay.
I like these. I like the orange. So.
Hey, when you don't wear them, send them to me.
they'll eventually get worn. I got the gray fogs too, but I ain't worn nothing yet. I'm like Marcus with the JFG, but I had to swap up.
You know he always swagger jacking.
That's crazy.
Hold up now, sir. You just got yours. I got mine on the drop from IG. So I went with the pink laces. I had to throw the pink laces in there, but
them joints hard.
Yeah, and you know, but when I took them out the box
you probably got the IG drop because of me. Probably.
No, I actually wasn't.
Go ahead.
For once.
Go ahead.
You normally come in good for something. But
at
first when I looked at they're real comfortable. When I took them out the box, they look kind of bulky. It's got like the back like the Sakai's. So I was a little skeptical on them, but yeah, these joints are comfortable and nice. So definitely have to throw those in there. I do too. And then for me, I'm still big on the heavies.
Yeah, I like the heavies too.
I love
heavies
it.
Are fire, yeah.
Tiger camo, the demo, the orange. Like I know Marcus, we go back and forth between the Far Outs and the heavies, but these I mean
the heavies are dope, but I think everybody got that as a favorite shoe of the year. I ain't like everybody else. I'm different.
I know you.
I'm different.
We know.
You're different, all right. Yeah.
I mean, y'all both had two of the same shoe, basically, except for
because he always swagger jacking, man. Since the day I met him. Jesus.
All right, I'm gonna make mine quick because mine aren't as as illustrious as y'all's, but I'm gonna take it back to 90s.
Wait a minute. See, here we go, just like that. When you get those, man?
Last week.
See, he only be sharing.
I
I
mean, I posted a picture.
No, you didn't. Where?
Nigga, post a link. Fuck a picture.
Nah, have you post a link though? Like what?
It was.
I ain't seen the
link,
picture,
though.
man.
Like,
I ain't
you
seen
know
no
what I'm saying?
picture.
It wasn't.
He posted a picture on his IG.
Yeah, I posted a couple of them, and then
Damn.
then I got these from the what's this called? The Air Max One design or whatever. So I made them like Ohio State colors, like, and then on the back you got the
Nice.
OHIO.
Oh, okay. That's dope,
I like
man.
that.
And then
Did you get
like
Nice.
more than one?
what? Yeah.
Did you get more than one pair?
Yeah, these ones just came in today. I got basically the same shoe, but with the purple. And then I got them on opposite. I got them on opposite shoes, so I can wear them. If I want to wear them together, I can wear them together because they will match. So you got
the back.
and then I need to just switch the lace out, but you know, like I got the you can see.
That was
What's
what's
the back on the purple look like?
Oh, it just says hold up. BKY CTY Buckeye City.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Dope.
So yeah, I mean, and I got to switch the laces out. At first, I put the regular laces in. They sent me these, and they're all right, but I just wanted to have the same. So if I wore them together, if I mismatched them, they wouldn't look crazy. So I have to figure that out. But you know, like I like these a lot. Actually, I mean, I've been wearing these a lot ever since I got them. I've been wearing them, so I'll just kind of go back and forth with those. But yeah.
Oh, those are your top three? I thought you just threw.
Yeah, those are my top threes. I mean, I could have thrown in the military Jordan 4s.
This guy.
Yeah, those are hard though.
Fuzzy, just like your damn pants.
Yeah, those.
Everybody
Yo, what is happening?
Hey, yo. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff that probably came out at the beginning of the year that you forget that you got that you're like, oh yeah, those were nice. So I mean, I'm sure there's some ones.
Well, hold on, let's pull up Marcus' Instagram page.
Well, go ahead.
I ain't really been to me, no dope ones have really dropped. I think 4s, which is gonna be a topic we're gonna talk about. I think the 4 has been the best shoes this year. As far as general release.
I can't think of a one-off top. That's just okay, yeah.
Because most ones that came out still sitting, like the Brotherhoods.
I did get gray laces with that one too.
The Heritage ones, they're still sitting. Every time I go to
they still sitting.
Just sitting.
Really?
I think Heritage ones is gonna be one of those that like sit for the longest, and then like they hit like $400 out of nowhere.
Yep.
The Brotherhoods, I mean, they saturated those, but I like the Brotherhoods. Marina ones. Actually, one of my favorites probably this year that I copped is was it Sport Blue? Is it Sport Blue 5? Not Sport Blue. It's
the Bluebird. The Bluebird.
Racer Blue 5.
You
like those? The black with
those. I love those, man. I've been
my
little short stint as a Golden State Warriors fan. You know, I had to throw those on because I didn't want to wear the Laneys because it was like too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got the Golden State shorts, and then you can't really rock the white ones. I wanted to wear something dark on foot. I didn't want to wear the all blue Laneys because that looks crazy together.
Yeah.
So the black, just enough, kind of set it off. So yeah, but I like those a lot. And then the Cardinal 3s too.
Yeah, Cardinal.
Okay. I get you that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cardinal 3s are fire on feet.
Yeah. I'm mad I missed them.
Different.
Yeah,
my pair was like mad.
Look at my page.
Mad QC issues. Like, but
really?
Of course.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was they was wilding.
There you go.
And they was only trying to give me like 10%. I'm like, no, I'm gonna need my 20. Like, what are we talking about?
You said you're 20.
Yeah, those Red Thunders were dope too. I like those. And then was infrared. Was the infrared Red 4s?
Oh yeah, infrared 4s.
Those would have been better.
Yeah, the infrared 4s.
I think they should have done it just like the green glows. They should have made it the same with the red on the bottom. I think that would have set them off.
Yeah,
yeah, I get that.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff that dropped this year that is just
man.
Yeah,
there's nothing that's really. That's the thing. That's when it becomes where you're putting out quantity over quality. You're just pumping out so many shoes. But the crazy thing is, stuff sells. It still sells out. Most
Right.
of it. That's the crazy thing.
You know what? I really think. I mean, for me, this has been one of the best years because, like, Air Max killed it this year, and the dunks.
Yeah, Air Max.
There's some dope dunks that have come out.
Yeah, dunks.
I mean,
Air Max and
definitely.
dunks. Yeah.
Do you feel like dunks are starting to get back to that point where, like they're getting back to the point,
they're low-key
like
dying. Yeah,
they are.
Where you can get them whenever, you know. I mean, but I mean, like I didn't really care for them like a long time ago, but then as things progress, you start branching off into other things, and I'm glad that I'm into them now. When you're able to get them, and you don't have to show your entire ass to get them. So
yeah, I mean, they still got their few pairs where they're gonna be like those Jackie Robinsons are gonna be.
Man, I want those bad.
Yeah,
I want those bad.
Yeah, those are gonna be.
I'm not jumping out the window to get them though, because I think I see them for like $750.
They dropped this week.
Next
Yeah, I'm
week.
gonna try. I'll
is
try.
It 19th? Is it 19th next week? Yeah, it is. Yeah, next week. Yeah, 19th. Yeah.
But I mean, there's always something dropping. It's just crazy. Like when on the 14th, those twos are dropping here. I think they already dropped overseas.
Twos.
Which twos?
With
the orange.
Yeah, the
and
orange.
Yeah.
Chateau.
Those are crazy. Those are crazy.
Those are dope. So I like to get my hands on those. But
King of Five.
I mean, I think they're at $225. I think there's a retail on those joints.
Listen, listen. I'm tired of paying.
Tired of paying what?
Like I love my women releases, but sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm so used to paying grade school. Like that's like, damn. So
see this face?
We've never had that.
We don't get right. It's flat. Bam. We tax.
Hey, little baby.
Oh, y'all got money. Y'all be all right. Y'all tough.
What do you have on your head?
What? I got money. I got 4 kids. I'm broke.
You got a little bonnet.
I mean, I'm saying you got the Peloton in the back though. So
remember, we discussed this. It's just sitting there. It is decoration.
Okay.
When you see them 4 kids, do you take all of them McDonald's or do you just take it to one?
Yo.
She bonded it up.
I just take it to one.
Hi.
Oh,
wave.
Okay. Somebody stealing the show.
Yeah, she bonded it up. Tell mommy to take that bonnet off.
Hold on, the bonnet got to stay on. You go to bed.
My bonnet go hard.
You can. I mean, but
she like, can I chill out down here?
She wants to.
I know.
What are you making that face?
I know.
Can't hear us though, right?
All right, go upstairs. Go upstairs.
She probably looking at Mo like. She's looking at Mo like, is that Barney?
I'll come
got
get you
Barney
in a
on the
little bit.
screen.
Okay.
She like,
So
is that a celebrity? It's like Daddy knows celebrity. What?
I didn't know Daddy knew Barney.
Oh, she keeps making these crazy faces, man. Like it's just like.
Kev, you farted over there?
No, not yet. I mean, it does happen.
What is wrong with you?
It does happen. Stop making that face.
Well, shoot. I mean, since we already started talking about the
you want to roll into the
what?
Yeah, let's just roll into the to the topics. All right, so let's talk about. I mean, you were talking about you love the women's releases, so let's go and y'all want to start with that one?
Yeah, we can do
Let's do it.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, all right. So, I don't know if I have the picture. I don't know if I got it. I don't have the picture. Anyways, what was the shoe that came out? Both twos that just came out.
Oh, the
Damn, go.
Nina.
Oh, Nina Chanel. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, Nina Chanel. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so if you look at the marketing in that shoe, there are men or one man. Go, Cam. There's one man in that marketing. So I know one of the hot topics about sneakers has been, should men wear women's shoes? Should men wear women's shoes, or should we leave them alone? And I think that hey, if there are men in the marketing, is there a problem with men buying women's shoes?
I think they should just get rid of the whole distinguishing between men and women. Like, just throw it out the way.
How you gonna take my answer?
Huh? I didn't know you. I mean, I can't read your mind, Professor X. I mean,
I put that in the chat the other day.
I try not to pay attention.
Yeah, boy, you swagger jack everything, don't you?
I can't swagger jack ugliness, unfortunately. So you're safe there.
Yo, yeah.
But I think that. But I mean, okay. So then, if that's what you said, Mark. Well, go ahead. Well,
go ahead though. Go ahead.
I mean, but I think if you just get rid of it, like, but the thing is, like, look at Nigel Sylvester, right? Like, women, I'm sure, are wearing Nigel Sylvester, so it's just like, when does it end? Like, men can't wear collabs that women, collabs with women can wear men's collabs. I guess, and Jordan's a man. I guess I don't see a problem with it. Like, we gotta. I hear the argument like, oh, we gotta. This is supposed to be for women, and now you guys are making it harder for women. But I'm like, I wear a size 11 and a half. Between 8 and 12, it's the least produced size. So it's like I got to battle men every time I go for a pair of shoes. I guess I don't really see a problem with it.
Women have to battle y'all constantly, all the time, from the beginning of time.
Yeah. Battle us for as far as like
a lot of things was coming like in just men's, like. A lot of shoes weren't even coming in like grade school, right. Like, we're not gonna pretend that like we're just now kind of getting noticed out here. Come on.
So should that be on the
industry?
Should that be? I'm
gonna touch on that though again. I'm gonna touch on that again though, because we've talked about this before. There's a reason why they stopped making women's sizes. Because y'all wasn't buying.
We did talk about that. You're right.
And for a time period, 2005, 2006, 2007, women were not buying Jordan sneakers or none of that. I mean, yeah, there was a few people who were like, somebody like yourself who's been a sneakerhead or whatever. But for the most part, women weren't buying shoes, and they sat and they went on sale and they were put in outlets and they marked down to low prices. You know what I'm saying? So. That's Jordan brand at the point stopped making women's sneakers.
I agree with that. I totally agree. I definitely agree. There was a time where, because I say it all the time, right? Like, the reason why I'm into sneakers is mainly because of my siblings. I personally, and this is just from my experience, I didn't know a lot of women growing up that was like really into like Jordans and like women Jordans and stuff that was coming out. I agree 100%. It wasn't a lot of them out here. So it makes sense, but I guess now that it is, like, the argument is kind of just like, okay, well, we're here now, so y'all need to change it.
But then, like I said, does that fall on the brand? Does that fall on the brand though? Like, because if the marketing has a man in the ad, it's almost like the brand is saying, even though it's saying for women, you got a man who's modeling the shoe. Is it really just for women?
No, I think that's an issue as well. I think that I'm with y'all. I'm kind of tired of the whole I'm tired of it all. Like, because I see it from both ends, being a woman and then also like being into sneakers as long as I've been into it. So I see it from both ends. But I do think certain women's releases should be like modeled by women. Like, for example, the Around the Way Girl ones, the denim with the big hoop earrings. That promo, for me personally, it should be nothing but women doing it, specifically Black women.
Were there some men doing the promo in that? I haven't seen anything.
Well, there was a man who modeled them.
It was Yankee Kicks.
Yankee Kicks. Okay. But that's the thing. But here's the thing. And I remember that with Yankee Kicks, right? I mean, he gets everything super early. I mean, so it's not like Nike is. I mean, he's giving us an early look at the stuff, and I mean, he just happens to be a man. He has the stuff,
and he's paying with it his own money.
Yeah, like he's got that connect, and he's able to do that. I can see if the brand, like you said, Key, the brand was.
Yeah, I think it's the brand. Listen, we can't control that people out here got money and getting their shoes early. I mean, It is what it is. But I think, like, from a brand perspective, like certain shoes, like that rollout needs to be like specifically for women. I
can see that. So what if there's a way, maybe, and not even what if there's a way. So would it be fair maybe if, let's say, for instance, sneakers, because isn't this what they did with the Off-White sale force, where they looked at women's accounts and they specifically gave the women early access, and then maybe even with your local stores, you I mean, there's only so much you can do, right? You can make it a little more even, but you're not going to completely have a flawless system. But there are ways that the brands and the stores could do it where they were giving the women the chances. So I think that when a lot of women are getting upset at men for buying the women's shoes, I wouldn't get upset at the guys doing it. You can get upset at the brands and the stores, because there are ways to make it fair so that mostly women get those shoes. They just don't.
Right. No, you're absolutely right. So like you said, like we said with the Off-White 4s,
right.
I'm on my year 3. Same thing. Like they
made
it where women was able to get the access first or whatever. I think the problem with that a lot of women have is when it's with the brands, but when it comes down to like the regular men that's like getting stuff early, it's like they kind of like throw it in our face. Like, oh, like you're a woman. Oh, I got this early and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, you need to relax.
Well, I think that's with anything, though. I think when someone gets something early, it's pretty much across the board.
Yeah. Like, I'm telling you, like, I don't know how often y'all on Twitter, but Twitter, like, the men on Twitter, and, like, it's like, y'all really hate women. Like, that's what it be given. Like, it's so sad.
They hate everybody.
Like
they hate everybody.
I mean,
they hate
like, you have to look at the anonymity of Twitter. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it could be a woman actually that's out there saying certain things, and I mean, you just don't know who it is. I mean, someone's just got a picture up, and that's what it is. You don't have to look at her. They got no media or nothing else on there. They're just on there just talking. And I think that I think that when we get into singling out like one group, I think we run into issues, because it's just like, what if a Black History Month shoe comes out? Are only Black people allowed to have that? Or say they do something with Chinese, the Chinese New Year's, or special designers from different countries. Like, do we only allow access to people that are local to them? I think that you kind of have to keep it going with where it is, and then you have to offer more opportunities for more people to get the shoes if that's where it is. Because I think that we're just gonna always be fighting each other, and we're not gonna work together if we feel that someone has a leg up on actually getting the shoes. I think it comes down to a lot of things is just working towards creating that relationship that gives you the opportunity to get the shoe, because unfortunately that's how it is in the even with guys. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are upset every week because they don't have that that connection, or they can't communicate with the right person to get shoes, and they're upset every week too. But I definitely I get where you're coming from, though. Like, I'm not trying to like disregard that and say that it doesn't mean anything. I just think that I think we need to get to a point where we make the shoes just one sex, and this is your size in this shoe, and it's coming out in this range. And even if I get upset sometimes where the shoe don't come out my size. Oh well, it is what it is. But like, I think that we just kind of have to get away from the men's and the women's and get into, and I get that there's different widths and things like that kind of play into this, and that's kind of why
does it
they
do it. I didn't realize
the women's shoes fit a little different.
Okay, so there
is a
difference. Okay, I didn't know that. I think
that with certain shoes you got to find a happy medium just to kind of make it right for, because if you like the shoe, you're gonna buy it regardless. It don't matter how it's gonna fit, you're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
So and I think that with where things are going, go ahead.
I don't think it should become a point where there's no women releases. I think there should always be women releases where they allow women to design certain shoes and stuff like that. Right. I just feel like it should have a range.
It should be available for everybody, though. It should be
for everybody. Yeah.
Because like we get into gender, and now we go from having 2 bathrooms to having 3 bathrooms, and that's fine.
That's thing, though.
But I'm just saying that if we're looking at trying to build a society where everything is acceptable, then I think that we need to you need to unify as opposed to divert and and to be like that.
So Marcus, you were saying, let me just kind of clarify what you're saying. You said there should still be when you say women releases as far as women collaborators, but when it's released, it's not specified as a women's release, and you have a wide
I feel like they should still allow like I still think they should allow like Nina Chanel and any other collaborators to come and create shoes for women and say, hey, you know, just okay. I think Armand Monier did it the best. They created a shoe and specifically for women, but they allowed everybody to buy the shoe. The shoe, didn't the threes go up to like a 15 or a 16 or something like that? I don't know no women wearing no.
Yeah, they went up. They went up.
You know,
but they are out there though.
I got a 12.
But as women out there that really do have like those size, and that's like another conversation. But
that's true.
It's so much more.
But most, I mean, even
now, so you kind of got to explore it as like a whole. It's interesting.
But why?
I mean, that's true. There are. Go ahead.
Well, how come a female creator can only create for females? Though I think that it should be more broad, because I think that work needs to be celebrated by everybody, as opposed to just, you know, limiting them to, you know, one sex. Like, I think that, like, if we're going to actually give flowers, it should be on a broader spectrum.
I mean, yeah, I agree, but then there are also certain shoes like what's it called, the Around the Way Girl or whatever. That's a women's shoe. Even though I think it's a dope shoe, I don't want to see no dudes wearing that shoe. I mean, I really.
But I mean,
don't.
But that's the thing. You know, things are changing. But things are changing, though. I mean, like we went to Cameron's dance class, and there's this little boy in there, and he wears girls light up shoes. He's probably, you know, 6 or 7 years old, and that's what he decides to wear, and that's
why they got to be girls, because they light up. Are they pink?
Well, they're pink,
purple?
And they're, I mean, they would be labeled as girls' shoes. But I think that, you know, if we keep going with how we grew up, that kid's going to have problems because people aren't going to accept them. I think that if we are able to allow people to wear whatever they want to wear, then that kind of takes, you know, that makes things a lot more acceptable. There's a lot of stuff that's more acceptable to my kids than that were to me when I was their age. But I've grown to kind of see and like, all right, hey, you know what? That was wrong back in the day. Today, it's not going to ride. So I think that, like, I mean, I'm not trying to. It's not as much about like having the access to the shoe. It's about everybody being able just to wear whatever you want to wear and to not be worried about like people that are gonna gang up on you. And I mean, if it's common, then people aren't gonna mess with you.
I see your point, but I think at the same time, it's like sometimes women just want something of their own. Period. Like. And that's just that's just the bottom line, and that's okay, because like I said, this has been a male-dominated field from the beginning of time. So if we finally getting noticed out here, certain things that we just gonna want to have for us, and that's okay. Just like certain things will only be for y'all, and that's okay.
Well, what is just for guys?
Well, I mean, I get what she's saying. Like
I'm just saying though. Like, I mean, what is just.
Like I said, like if certain things come out in like just y'all size or whatever, like that's okay. But if a shoe comes out in a women's size and God forbid your size isn't on there, that should be okay as well.
It is. No, I'm fine with that.
I'm okay with that.
I am
because I can't. If it's a women's release only, I'm 11 and a half, 12. I can't do nothing with it.
If they come up to 12 and it's dope.
I mean, right. But other than that, yeah. But I think, like I said, if the brands did like what sneakers did, and it's like, hey, we want to really get this shoe into the hands of women, then maybe you carve out X number of pair. I don't know, 5,000-10,000 of your, you know, sneakers accounts that have, you know, women's information. I mean, do your best to try and guess if it's a woman or man, whatever, and you give them early access. And then after those 10,000, then you just open it up to everybody else. And that's at least saying we recognize that we are trying to get these shoes into the hands of women first, you know.
Right. No, that's fair.
There are ways to do it.
Again, like I think from a brand perspective, like it's definitely more they can do because they have shown that they can do it. You know?
Brands can do a lot. Brands can combat all this bot stuff. There's a lot the brands can do. They just don't care because bottom line, they're going to get their money regardless. Whether we open it up to men or women, whether it's botting, like their first concern is not with the consumer, right? We get mad at sneakers probably weekly. I don't think I've hit on sneakers at all this year, but I keep coming back to sneakers because they know it's going to happen. Like, we're not just going to stop. The one thing it has done, it's opened me up to try different brands like New Balance,
Right.
and stuff like that. And I'm actually happy about that because, sometimes you got to step out of your comfort zone and understand that there's some pretty dope brands out there, some good stuff. So they can keep shutting me down. And I'm gonna just keep giving my money to New Balance.
What's old guy's name? The Press 704 Jordan is a man shoe created for a man.
Yeah,
It's a shoe created for a basketball player. He's a basketball player, and women play basketball. So that's not a shoe that was created specifically for men. It's a shoe that was created for people who play basketball.
Right. I agree. I mean,
y'all losing me now.
All right, what's up? We can go to the next one. What's the next topic?
All right. Jordan. Let's get into supply. I mean, Jordans are. You go to the mall now. Jordans. There's several Jordans that are sitting. So I mean, this conversation really. I mean, is it being taken care of that way, as far as the availability of Jordans, being out, and availability of other shoes being out? I mean, there's a lot of different avenues. If you strike out on Saturday, that you can go and find. I mean, you just have to have a list. You have to have a list of different shops, stores, and a lot of places. I mean, especially with COVID, we're forced to, get an online presence where they can, ship to you. And I mean, like these shoes here, where I mean, they ain't shit to anybody. But like, I went on a couple different sites to try to find them, and I couldn't find them. And I happened to just keep going and checking, and I found a pair. And it was, I don't know when they dropped, but I mean, it was well after the date. And I mean, I think I went on Foot Patrol. I think Caddy had posted something in Shoe Tang, and they had the gray dunks. I don't know if you've seen them. They're like gray dunks, and they got a little bit of camo on them. And I was able to purchase those, and they had dropped like hours. And then they actually had those twos that we were just talking about. They had those twos. So,
okay.
So I mean, we're seeing a lot of shoes that are not being purchased, and that might be part of the impending recession. So what do you guys think about that? I mean, do you think that would you allocate that to people getting scared of the recession, or lack of jobs, or people not wanting to work? Or
I still think the hype stuff you're not getting in stores. I think the hype stuff is it's always going to be gone, right? I think that there are certain pairs like Sport Blue 6s, right? I've seen those multiple times in some of the stores. So I think that there are going to be less. I think there are more opportunities for less popular pairs that are going to pop up on restocks or in stores, things like that. But I think when it comes to if it's hyped or Jordan 1 or something like that, you're still going to have those struggles to get. But I think that there are more opportunities now. I think the Brotherhoods, I saw those in store, and I don't know why those didn't get that much. I don't think they're a bad shoe. They just didn't get that much. I
think the color is off. I think that it was more of a Omega color and less of a Laker color. I think if it had been more of a Laker color,
it would have been different.
Then I think it would have been different. But I mean, it's still a 1, and we're seeing that. I mean, yeah, like you said, the Heritage, Marinas, and then they keep dropping
the recently. It has it's like mostly white. It has like gray in the back. I forgot what they're called.
Oh yeah,
the
Stage ones.
Stage Haze.
Yeah, Stage. Yeah,
yeah, those are.
They had a couple different names.
Sitting too.
Yeah. But that's another one, right? That I didn't even know that they had dropped, and that's another one it's not that popular, but people are still gonna. I think it's one of those where on the sneakers app it'll sell out, right? Because I mean, just everything.
But see, I gotta disagree with you on the. I gotta disagree with you on the popularity thing, because 2 years ago, everything was hype. It didn't matter what shoe it was. Any of these shoes that's dropping this year would have dropped 2 years ago, they would have sold out completely. Everything sold out. There was nothing set 2 years ago. I don't care what shoe it was, how basic it was, nothing set. Now you're looking at multiple releases that are sitting. I don't think it's a hype thing. I think it's for one thing, like the market, people don't have as much money to spend. They're afraid because of recession and things like that. But I also think that people are looking more at other brands. You know, you're looking at your New Balances, you're looking at your Vans, you're looking at, you know, Asics and Saucony and stuff like that. People are looking at other things, you know, especially with the climate. A lot of these people who are buying shoes, and a lot of the reason why shoes started selling 2 years ago, because people got into the culture. And they were introduced to the sneaker culture through Jordans. And I've watched this through, as I call them, new booties. I've watched them transcend from, they strictly were buying Jordans when they first got into this sneaker thing. And then they may go to somebody's page like a Chill Town and see a LeBron and be like, oh, what is that? And then they may go to Who Has the Heat and see a sneaker battle and see somebody like BAA pull out, you know, Saucony or something and be like, oh, wait a minute. And I think that's where a lot has changed, because people are starting to look at other shoes instead of just looking strictly at Jordans. Because again, when this whole thing started, everybody was buying Jordans, but now there's other collabs, there's other shoes available. So people are jumping to these other brands and spending their money going back, picking up previous New Balance, picking up previous Saucony, picking up, you know, pennies and stuff like that they didn't know anything about until the last year or so.
So would you say that's because, and like myself, I said, you know, I'm not getting as much access to sneakers before, right? Like before, I was hitting on stuff. Now it's to the point where I'm not hitting on sneakers, and now it's like, okay, now I'm going to give other brands like New Balance a look, whereas before I wouldn't have gave them a look. So could it be that as well? Like Nike's creating this thing where you limit the supply to create the hype, but is that maybe backfiring a little bit because now some of these people are going to other brands, and a lot of these other brands are collabing, and it's
definitely backfiring, because sneakers app is giving people a false sense of shoes selling out, you know, and once they see it's sold out on sneakers, most people don't even think, well, let me go to Foot Locker and see if they got a pair there, because Nike is making you feel like they don't have any shoes, that is gone. And again, we're talking about the newer people in the culture who
they don't know any better.
Strictly rely, they don't know any better. They strictly rely on the sneakers app. And once they see it's gone on the sneakers app, because Nike has brainwashed so many of us into thinking that's the best place to get your shoes, most people don't think they're going to the malls and check. They don't think that there's going to be restocks in stores. Most of these stores are getting restocks. Most of these stores are getting late shipments, but people don't have the knowledge to go out there and find that stuff.
Right.
So
let me ask you this one real quick, because you touched on this. Do you really think the recession is having an effect? Because when we look at COVID, right, people are getting, and I don't know if that's because of stimulus checks, I don't know, but even when COVID and things were shut down, people were still spending money on stuff. So do you think the recession is having an effect when, I guess essentially, I don't really think COVID really shut down stuff? Because I mean, at that point, COVID, they shut stuff down. You couldn't work. The recession, it's just you can still work. I mean, people had less.
But things are also getting more expensive.
I think
that's true.
So I think a lot of people are putting, like, even if they don't want to, they kind of like putting priorities up, because
that's true.
Gas, like all the shit that's happening is just like, damn, like, do I really got time to be spending $250 on some sneakers right now? Like,
right. And then the safety net is not there either, because the resale value is not there. So when you buy something that you plan on, you know, flipping, or you're not sure about, either you can take the shoe back and get what you got, or you can sell it on StockX and you might take a small loss. You might make $5, and then, you know, someone else is going to buy it. And exactly. So it's and I think that part of that is because I think StockX buys up a good amount of stuff, and then, you know, I mean, I guess we can we can get into that later on.
But I think we're gonna see a change in that as well, because they're sitting on the inventory now. You know, when they're buying up all of this stuff, they're sitting on inventory that's not moving. Because I mean, there used to be a point where I had to have a shoe right then. I didn't give a damn what the price was. I had to have it. Now, and I think a lot of people are like this now. Now we're all sitting back and waiting. Okay, this price is gonna drop. Let me give it a week. Let me give it 2 weeks, and I'll get it $100 cheaper than what it was when it first dropped. And I think a lot of more people are getting patient and waiting and saying, you know, I'm not going to spend that.
I think we should
just
all
gonna
be
wait.
patient in reality.
I think that's a good point. Because I realized like a lot of times, well, this year I got like a lot of reach backs, and I realized like once I kind of put like this, I'm not spending that, I'm gonna see where it goes, and then you see that shit is not moving, and then now you basically getting shit below retail on GOAT right now. Like I got like a couple of things below retail now. I waited when the ones came out that I was telling you about, Marcus, the Tokyos. Silver ones?
Yeah.
The silver ones? Okay.
The silver Tokyos or whatever. Waited 2 years. I finally just got them. Like just to because now for some reason it's like certain sneakers now are definitely like losing the hype too, and I'm realizing that. Like it's interesting. Like I'm just like, oh shit, like this is this much in my size? Wow.
That's the thing, you know.
And yeah, sneaker fetish that
Go ahead, Marcus.
No, I was just going to address what Sneaker Fetish said about the LV drop with $3,000. Yeah, people are going to go and buy that shoe for two reasons. The average LV shopper is going to buy that because that's a drop in the bucket. Because most LVs cost between $16,000 to $3,000, you know. But also the resellers are seeing these other LVs that dropped before are going for $15,000 and $20,000. So yeah, that's nothing for them to go and say, okay, I'm gonna go and buy 2 and 3 pairs, and I'm gonna sit on them for a couple of years and watch that price spike up. So yeah, we're gonna see that shoe right there.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, hell, regular LVs sell out.
Yeah, because they're giving early access, special access to their priority customers or whatever. Is that what I think that's what I read.
I heard they're doing something in
I don't know.
For the green ones, they're doing something in Brooklyn.
Hop sent me something. I hadn't had a chance to look at it, but I got my connects.
I feel like it's been easier to cop off of sneakers.
Hook me up. What'd you say, Kev?
I feel like it's been easier to cop off of sneakers. I mean, just personally, I know that a lot of times. I know a lot of times though, like
I need your account.
It rotates, so like you like, oh man, you didn't cop, and then you win in a lot, and then all of a sudden your stuff goes dead, and you can't get anything. So I mean,
my joint been dead since I hit that streak for the Travis Sixes, the Sakai, Waffles, and something else. Other than that, that was 2019.
Dead right now, but
I got a couple good hits. I'm looking at my account now. I got the
last thing I had was the Mamba Cedar.
The Kobe's. Yeah, I got the Kobe's. I got the Atlas.
That's a unicorn you got.
Okay. You know, I forgot I did get the Armanier 2's early access.
I think the ones I hit are like, I'll just put in for a random 12 and a half, and then it'll just pop in. Like, there you go.
You got that 12 and a half. Ain't nobody looking for 12 and a half.
I need the Blue Royals Trainer SC Bo Jacksons. That's the one. That's the next one.
Yeah, I need both.
Is that coming out?
Those and
it's the kids are already out. There's
oh, they're like, is it like a? Is it like a baby blue?
Yeah, it's a baby blue one.
Yeah, I actually seen them in the store the other day. Interesting.
You see the kids or the adults?
And for kids, it was in kids.
Okay, yeah, they had Kids Foot Locker has them right now. But
send me that link. I want to see what those look like.
I'll send them to you.
Okay.
But yeah, I want those. I got the white pair. But what was that? Let me see what the deleted messages. Go ahead and talk about.
That's crazy how the kids' shoes been going to the stores months before the adult sizes. That's just like when the pennies drop. Didn't you go and get the pennies early, Key?
I did. Yeah, I got my pennies. How long did I have them before? I got my pennies early. When I got them, like 2 months ago, Marcus. When I called you.
Which one?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
It was like 2 months ago. I had them for like 2 months. Yep. Like I heard, like again, Twitter. Like I seen that they was popping up, so I went to the mall. And I called like the Foot Locker. I'm like, do y'all have the pennies in stock? She's like, what size? I'm like, a size 5. And then I went, but like they don't have them. They didn't have them like out. Like they just got them like in the back. So I guess if you was calling and asking them and they wanted to give it to you, then yeah. So
I need to get on
that.
I need to get on Twitter
because we'll go to the movies.
Keep telling you. And everybody.
And you walk by Foot Locker and be like, oh man, them came out. You know, like you just don't know. I mean, like Bo Jackson's worst rollout ever. I mean, you get the Auburn came out and you didn't even know. Like you just go. I go on. I'm like, oh, they ain't got no 12s.
Did you get those?
No,
I still had mine from 2017.
I didn't, and I had a chance to get them on Finish Line, but I was like, man, like, do I want to buy this or do I want to spend a little bit more and get the Royals? So I just bought the white Royals. So now I just need the blue joints now. So I'm just gonna leave the Auburns alone because I mean I'm like, when am I ever gonna wear anything that color. I mean, I don't.
If I'd have known you were looking for them, man, they dropped a couple of weeks ago. I sent somebody a link. They had some sizes up. He grabbed them right away.
Yeah, they had them on with JD and Finish Line, same company, but then I just passed on them.
Okay.
But so all right, let's go. Let's hit the next one. What do we got here? Should have just looked at this before.
This man. You ain't got it on your screen? Your eight screens?
No,
the chat is moving. I like that. I like to see the chat moving.
Let's get into Jordan 4s. Are they taking over? Are they the most hyped Jordan? What do you guys think? This has been a good year for the.
What 4s?
It's been a good year
Infrared,
for the Well, and then you got Armaniers coming out.
Military black.
Yeah, military black.
What's that futuristic looking pair? The Zen?
Oh, the Zens?
Zens? Is those
they didn't drop here, but they dropped
out.
They're not coming.
That was a women's shoe, the Canvas 4.
Canvas. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, but honestly, to answer the question, are 4s the new? For me, no, because I feel like 4s have always been popular.
Yeah, I
don't know if I actually see a increase of everyone wants 4s now. It's like how I've seen it with the ones. I don't think it's on that level. I think 4s in general are just a popular shoe.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I would say that 2s would be the new new thing now, because I mean there's a lot of people that
I don't know if I would say that either. I'm not sure if it's the new. They're trying.
For this year, for 2022.
Shit, but I don't know.
But the only twos that we've seen so far are all collabs. Now we've got the Chicago that are coming out.
But that's
Chicago. Yeah.
But I'm saying that's why though, because they're gearing up towards that Chicago. I think that with 2s, the thing that they mess up on is the materials. Like they always give you that plastic material with a regular 2. I think a 2 is a dope looking shoe. I just think that sometimes it looks fat on your feet because of the material allow your feet to expand, and it doesn't keep everything in check. So
the thing about it though, the OG 2s had great quality. I mean, they were better than the 1s and the 3s. The OG 2s were they had great leather on them, man. I mean, I wish they would do the same today, but
they're cheap.
What are you gonna say, Kim? Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. But to your point, that makes sense, right? Because it was known as a luxury shoe.
Right.
So the fact that they're kind of fumbling that is wow. But what I was gonna say is that I'm still a little bit upset because the Union 2s for me were not the comfort of the 2s of all my other 2s. Really? And I don't know if they use I don't know what it was, but it wasn't giving how other 2s that I wear feel. And then I was like, damn, I hope that I'm on my years doesn't feel that way. But I walked around SneakerCon that whole day, and I'm on my year 2s. Yeah, they're good. The comfort is there, but the Unions, it wasn't there for me.
I wonder if it's because they're not leather and they did something different with those. Maybe I'll wear mine to work tomorrow.
At least you got them. At least you got them. I ain't even got any.
I got lucky with that too.
I just can't wait for the Chicago with the OG look as opposed to the black line like the ones in mine. I just want the regular Chicago, good quality. I remember I was quality. I remember I think he had him in that Jordan versus Bird game where I remember oh man, he got the 2s on, but it's an 8-bit game, so he was barely.
This man said Jordan versus Bird. You know what the shoes look like in said 8-bit?
Yeah, man. They had because it was easy to make that shoe. All you had to do is make a white shoe with a thing on the back. That was it.
Right.
That's what it was.
God.
So,
he said, Lord.
So I think I'm excited for the 2s to come back, and hopefully they bless us with the quality. I mean, the collabs that are coming out are they're nice. I mean, and I think they're getting people's attention. Yeah. So I mean, just kind of like 1s too, though, because when I was a kid, I didn't like 1s. I did not like. I had the Chicago one. My mom got me the Chicago ones when I was little, and then I was like, "Ooh, I don't like these." And then the 2s I liked, and then after that it was a wrap. But then you know, once ones kind of started, you know, I can wear them with jeans and blah blah blah, and I was like, all right, this is nice now. And I think that the same thing is going to happen with the twos. I think people are gonna, they're probably not going to make them as much as the ones, but I think the twos are going to be, you know, they're going to be favored. I hope they do that with the eights. Honestly, I love eights.
Oh yeah, I love eights.
And I mean, hopefully next year will be the year of the eights, because this year is the sevens. Sevens, I think I'm over, but
they haven't even done. Have they?
Oh, citrus. That's crazy.
Citrus
I'm over the sevens. I mean, like honestly, I have most of my sevens I took out of the clear boxes and put them back in the boxes down here.
They're not
and
worthy.
It's like, you know, I mean, I got a few eights, and then I got a lot of nines, and then sixes, but the sevens has just been like, I mean, I like the OGs and the N7s, and that's probably about.
Yeah, I don't like did y'all see the women's seven that's popping up?
The Hirachi looking ones.
I like them.
Oh, the one with the
I don't think they look bad. I don't think they look bad.
Kind of like.
Yeah, kind of like
like a brownish orange type. Yeah, I think those.
I like those.
Cool.
I like those Afro beats that are coming out.
What's that look like?
Send me a picture. I'm not sure.
They need to have an all red 7 for me to.
Oh my gosh, this man!
You get an all red 7. And
I do want to see what those Armanier 4s look like, because they
look just like the 3s.
James knew exactly. I was on that. I was on that live when he like picked it up a little bit, and I'm just like, this nigga, like 2 seconds.
Right. It's like, okay, thanks. But I do want to see, you know.
I don't know if I need to have. I mean, because it's like those aren't colors that I typically wear. So, like, I mean, I have the 3s, and I like the 2s. I don't like the 1s. I'm not a fan of the 1s.
Yeah, I didn't care much for the 1s, but the 3s.
I think the 1s are the least. Yeah, the least.
Favorable. Yeah, I like the 2s, but it's just like, you know. I mean, I got the 3s. I'll just wear the 3s if I need to wear something that color. The 4s, I like. I mean, 4s are my favorite. Yeah, 4s are my favorite shoe.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to see what they end up looking like. Because I mean, I've seen pictures of what they're supposed to look. I don't think you can mess it up, but you never know. But I mean, eights next year. What is the Jordan that's coming out?
Yeah, I see that
when they just
isn't that the kids one, the kid sizing one, the black with the I know what you're talking about though.
The Afro beats. Okay.
Oh, those are those are.
Oh.
I'm trying to think if I like them. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I like these.
Yeah, those aren't bad.
You know what's messed up with the 7 is that, like, when you don't make a 7 look like exactly like a 7, it looks like a true flight to me. But I do like the Nike Air.
You know what? I agree with that. I ain't gonna hold you.
You know what? I will give you that. Actually,
I agree with that.
Yeah, they messed up the 7. I think that's might have been psychologically. That might have been the thing that messed me up.
Like
with the 7s, you're like, they got 7s. Like, nah, that ain't 7.
That is one shoe where I'm just like, I don't usually be out here like, oh, this is trash, because like your mind could change after a while. But shoes that's that one shoe I know that for as long as I live, like that shoe should have never been made. But it's crazy because people was on them.
Yeah,
because that came out when I was in like 9th, 10th grade. Like people was on them, like it was a thing. I'm like, ew, like.
Yeah, Dub P. I actually found a pair of those this weekend, and I was like, they had the 4s in my size.
What?
Yeah. And you didn't get them?
Nah, I didn't. Nah, it was expensive as shit.
Oh, were they?
Oh yeah. I think they were like 8.
That ain't never stopped you.
Nah, it does now, man. Shoes. I'm in between positions, so like it doesn't. Until
you got something you can dump down there that you ain't wearing.
Yeah, I could, but I'm lazy. I'm lazy, and plus, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. They don't look comfortable at all.
Nah, they don't. They don't. All right.
But all right. So let me see here.
We got
4s. I think we got one more, 2 more.
Was it StockX?
Oh yeah, let's talk about the StockX. The sneakerhead spent $10,000 on StockX sneakers, and half of them are fake. Well, allegedly, we'll say allegedly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I feel like that's just because like everyone's just like, oh, like this could like just be Nike doing this, and because the whole lawsuit and stuff. It's weird. Like, I don't know. It's a weird situation, but at the same time, it's like, is it surprising at this point? Like StockX, that credibility been done, so it's like
it's not surprising. Yeah,
but I think that there's an easy way to kind of ride the wave of what everybody else has been saying, outside of StockX reaching out and doing a cease and desist or whatever. I think that even if it's a fake Twitter account that says something, people are going to gravitate towards it because I think they want to see StockX kind of sit down. You can buy shoes with StockX tags from any of those little bootleg stores or whatever. Is going to come with a StockX tag, and whatever else. I mean, you see these guys that are making videos on them, they won't sell them, but they'll show them to you. And I think that at some point, the quality of these fakes has to get decent enough for either someone to think that they can pass them through and shoot them out, or for them to go through and get through their checkers. Because I don't know, what kind of education these people have to have in order to tell what shoe is what. I mean, you might have a specialty, like I might have a specialty in 4s. But who's to say when you get something else, like you get a Sneaker Politics Asics or something like that, it probably won't be fake, but anything's possible.
But at the same time, well, another thing with it is that he used like the Check Legit apps or whatever. So that's like kind of weird too, because it's just like that's not really, it's not certain.
That's the thing, right? Like the problem is all these things are flawed because it's all a manual process, and we're human, so we're gonna make errors. So it's like I don't really understand how taking pictures and then me just eyeballing pictures is me being able to adequately authenticate something without some type of technology involved or me having the shoe in hand. So I guess that's check, you got legit mark and all this other stuff. So, and then of course, you got StockX, right? You got all these other platforms that do what they do. But at the end of the day, it's on us to do our due diligence. Like you can't just assume that because let's be realistic. We've always heard StockX and all these other, that somebody's had an issue with StockX. I know people personally who've had issues with StockX, right? We've been saying this for years. I think now because Nike has said it, now everybody's like, oh, maybe they're doing something, that they shouldn't be doing. And it's like, do your due diligence on your end. Don't just assume because, it's like going to buy a car. You're not just going to assume because the car dealer, salesman tells you it's a great car, you're not going to check it out, right? Same with your kicks. Like you gotta do your part. I don't trust any of it, quite frankly.
I think that what they should do is they should develop a tag that you can scan that actually has data attached to it. So when you scan
Nike
that
is
tag,
going to do that. Nike is planning to. I was talking with somebody last month, and that's where it's going to go, and that's going to shut a lot of stuff out. So you'll have like.
I think with the StockX thing, it could make it even better because at some point, whatever Nike puts out, it can be replicated. But when you go to StockX, if you put a date on there that's loaded into StockX database, and when it comes out, it says it was checked on this date, and you only have a certain amount of time that it could have been. So if I order a pair of shoes from StockX and it says it got checked 2-3 months ago, then there's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Or if it says that if it doesn't pop up, there's like no check date on there, then they didn't get it from you didn't get it from StockX. Because those StockX tags go around. You see so many different ones that it's just like, come on, man. You're like, y'all even trying? And if someone just sees the StockX, they're like, oh, it's a StockX shoe.
But that's the other thing. Are they? I'm about to say, are they actually authenticating the shoes though? Like, we tag or no tag. What's their process? Like, who's who's actually authenticating, what's that process like? I think that's where they gotta be more transparent as far as if you want to instill that trust in your consumers, because you're catching a lot of backlash, then be a little more transparent about your process. You're not, unless it's some type of technology that's patented, then be open to and make people feel more comfortable. Like, okay, what are you doing? It goes from this room, these people legit check it. Like, be open with that process. You know, they're probably not going to, because I don't think they're really
Yeah, they don't care.
No, because they leave themselves open for criticism if they allow everybody to see that. Somebody's going to find something to point the finger at and criticize. I mean, no different from the girl on eBay, you know, that we keep seeing doing at the sneaker con doing the legit checks. Everybody points out something that she does. You know what I'm saying? So no matter, even if you go through and do a perfect check, somebody gonna find a flaw in what you're doing.
Everybody thinks that they can legit check shoes. That's the thing that's funny, right? Everybody, you see these, whether it be Reddit groups, Twitter groups, people post up pictures. Oh no, the toe box is off on that. Oh, the collar's off on that. Like, let's be realistic. I could probably throw 10 fakes at everybody in this chat, including myself. I guarantee y'all everybody's gonna get more than half the shit wrong. Like, and that's the thing. Like, just sit.
See, I think that
you can maybe spot some stuff, but let's be real. Nobody is really that good. None of us have had, you can sit here and say, I've had these number of shoes, I've seen them in hand. The fakes are getting that good. I mean, the material is, the only thing that makes a lot of these things fakes is that they're not made in a Nike or an Adidas factory. That's it. Like, the molds are from the place, the materials are from the place. So when all these people are like, oh yeah, I can tell this, that, and the third, like, no, you really can't. Like, you're just speculating. You're speculating. Nobody, there's no class. Nobody knows, right? Like, I don't know how, you know, StockX does their authenticating. How do they train their people? Where are they getting their knowledge from? How are you authenticating shoes that haven't even been released to the public yet? You know, like, I don't know.
I mean, you know that answer though. Like, they buy it in bulk from these, you know, Foot Lockers and stuff like that. Like, I saw a comment like that I thought was just like really silly. Like, just like, oh, how does the whole question of like how do like go in StockX and them get shoes early, because they buy it in bulk. Like, I worked at Jimmy Jazz, we was getting our sneakers in 2-3 months early. So like, if you was plugged in with, you know, like a manager or whatever, easy. Like,
you can get stuff. I mean, look at, I don't know Yankee Kicks, I mean, but he's gotten stuff like 4 or 5 months early. I mean,
he gets,
I'm sure there's more than, he's not the only person that gets stuff early, I'm sure. So I mean, I don't know what the man does. I don't know who his plug is, but
y'all saw that thing with private selection today, though. Side note,
I did the that
was wild.
Wait, no, are you not?
No, the orange
lobsters, right?
Yeah. But Dion from Concepts commented on it, and he was just like, the band is not supposed to be black. So now everyone is like coming at them like, yeah, it's on Nice Kicks.
Oh,
yeah, everyone's just like, like if he's speaking, then.
But I know private selection gets their shoes from somebody at Nike. I know that for a fact. So I didn't know that's who.
Could be a sample.
I mean, I don't know. It could be.
It's a friends and family pair. There's supposed to be a friends and family pair, because they did say there's going to be a friends and family of that shoe. I doubt.
I know private selection has somebody at Nike that smuggles their shoes out and sends it to them. I know that for a fact.
Smuggles.
Smuggles is crazy.
They do. They like put them in there. They like put them in their pants and shit like that. I know that. They do.
And that's
most of the time when they get early pairs, they don't have a box, or the box is folded and beat up or something. But yeah.
And that's the crazy thing. How are you not looking at? How are you not realizing pairs are missing? That's the crazy thing.
I don't think they care. I think that is
how can you know pairs are missing when you got hundreds of pallets of shoes that are going all over the world? How would you be able to keep up with inventory like that? You can't. If somebody came in here,
stuff is gonna slip through. That's just
you can come in here and steal a pair of my shoes.
They're scanning pallets. They're scanning.
But I think this is where technology gets involved, right? And I don't know the direct answer, but I think the problem is when we're relying on human manual ways to track this stuff. You're right, Marcus. Like, it's going to get lost. But there's got to be, if you really want to design some type of technology that can adequately count what's being put out there, I'm sure it could be done. I don't know how much it would cost.
Okay.
I don't know what's involved.
Let me
I don't even know
talk
if they care.
to you from a let me talk to you from a hood perspective. Okay, let's say I worked in a warehouse.
Yo, please.
Okay, and you sent me pallets and pallets and pallets of some shit, and everything on that pallet is in a box. I can go to that pallet, open it up because I have everything at that warehouse, shrink wrap and all that to wrap that pallet back up. So I can go to that pallet, go to a box in the middle of that pallet, not on top, in the middle of it, and pull out a pair out of a box. Close the box back up, put some more pairs on top of it, wrap it back up. I got one pair. I'm gonna send it out to private selection and say, hey, it's gonna be $2,000 for this pair, so y'all can have them early.
So you can do that, right? Let me flip the script on this, right? I'm gonna just kind of put myself out there. So when I used to,
I'm not gonna tell on myself, but yeah.
And I've been there, right? Because I used to work in finish line first open. I used to work and I used to steal shoes, and I would do just like Marcus would say. We would take the shoes, I put them in my pants, I walk right out finish line. Now, one thing that they would do is, you couldn't take.
Mojo.
Oh no, well, I mean, you know, you do. I mean, you're a kid, right? You do dumb shit, but you know, there's got to be. You're right, Marcus. There's a lot that would have to be involved. Like one thing they stopped us from doing is you can't take backpacks in. Like you can't go in with anything. You can't take lunch in. None of that. When you walked out, they pat you down. Now they ain't patting your package down, which is why I was able to smuggle shoes in the front. But
like, what is that?
You know, but that's the thing, right? And I think, like you said, it gets too tedious to where if you're patting everybody down, you know, but you can't like you said, if you're stealing like multiple pairs, you know, like, hey, I'm not gonna let you in the building or in this room with bags. But you're right. I mean, it's just too much going on to stop it. Everything has a flaw. Nothing is foolproof. It is what it is.
Kate, you see what KB just said?
No, what did he say?
He says there's a secret to this. I know it from a real source. Tag me in. Hey, we gotta get you on. We gotta get KB on. We talk about it. That's for sure. It's a statute of limitations. Yeah, I mean,
I also got a my old plug, because he just finally retired from his job, but he wants to come on and talk about managing and running sneaker store, because he's managed Foot Locker, Foot Action, Shoe Palace, the whole nine. So he knows some things. So we're gonna bring him on pretty soon and talk, since he ain't affiliated with those stores anymore now. So
yeah, I mean, and I saw L Train put something up in there. I do think that they do leak certain things just to kind of build hype. It does make sense, because if you just drop a shoe on a Thursday and nobody's seen it, you know, it's just like, you know, then people got to get their nickels ready. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think that, you know, I mean, they give us an early look or a actual release look that typically looks similar to what people have been going around. I mean, you can definitely tell that there's, I mean, you see the off-white 4s kind of floating around, and they're like, oh, that ain't ever coming out. It's like,
oh, the bread joint.
Yeah, I wish they would though. Is that probably something I
mean, it's like those off-white ones, the white and yellow ones, the canary ones that we keep seeing. Same thing. So
yeah.
they're
Well, they're finally gonna drop the yellow toes.
You mean the slightly orange toes?
Yeah, like them pictures I'm looking at, I'm just
it kind of, they're like pencil yellow or bust yellow. There's almost like a shattered backboard type joint.
It ain't much different from the shattered backboard, but I'm gonna get them.
You got shattered backboards. You better go ahead and get. You got shattered backboards though, don't you? You got them?
I got shattered backboards. The original shattered backboards,
yeah.
What size are they, Marcus? 11?
Nacho size.
Speaking of nachos, I need to eat.
Yeah, I need to eat too, man.
Yeah.
Right, is that it then?
Yeah, we go ahead and shut it down.
Hey,
I was like, man, you know what? Bacon on a hamburger. You know, I go ahead and fire up the Blackstone, but it's dark out there, man. We got raccoons around here. I ain't trying to get rabies.
That's dinner. That's good eating.
I ain't eating no raccoon. Used to eat squirrels back in the day.
Barbecue sauce, man. That's good.
It all tastes like chicken.
I never know.
All right, so let's go ahead and let's say our goodbyes. And So let's go ahead and start with Key. Let's start with Key.
Oh, start with me.
Of course.
Yeah, this has been fun. Why's my hat all This is mad ghetto.
It's been
This
crooked the
has
whole
been
time.
fun. Yeah, y'all like my family. I love being on here. Y'all can follow me, Key2ursole, Twitter, Instagram. I'm trying to think that I'm actually going out on a hiatus, so it's the last time y'all gonna be seeing me for a little while. Won't be posting or anything. Gotta get your mental right.
I feel
I'll be
you.
back soon.
I feel
And
I'll be doing that too.
I wish.
listen, because
I need it.
I told you,
Doing
Twitter.
I can't mess with Twitter. The only thing I use Twitter for is a tool to find out what's going on. I don't interact with nobody on there. I post, I'll toss something up there just because it feeds from the Instagram to Twitter and Facebook. Other than that,
Yes.
because I'd be ready to fight somebody for real out here.
Nah,
so.
they be talking crazy on there.
Yeah, I know.
You like that?
Can't get touched. Yeah, I mean,
Marcus be tight.
people talk
Man,
like that
them-
on Instagram too. That's why as soon as
Nah,
I see something
Instagram
like
ain't
this,
nothing like
block.
Twitter.
Oh, I know.
Them
But I'm
niggas
just saying
on
though,
Twitter.
people
I'll be like,
get
nigga, do you know me? Shit.
Is it that? Oh, man, let me stay.
No, Twitter.
Yeah, I
them
stay
Twitter
away
dudes.
from
Them Twitter
Twitter.
dudes.
Different.
I be like,
Yeah, but thank you guys for having me. Like,
No, thanks for coming through.
Of
Definitely
course.
appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for joining us.
You're always welcome.
Mo.
You're always welcome.
Sort of.
All right.
We about to get
Mo?
rid of Mo anyway, so you can slide in his spot.
Yeah, I'm tired of him. I'm taking his spot.
Oh, was that on camera? Sorry. Appreciate you guys. Key, thank you for joining us tonight as always. I know, I'm just being stupid. No, but seriously though. Key, no, thanks, Key. Appreciate you
Like,
for
what?
coming on. No. I was gonna see if y'all were gonna say nothing, but ain't nobody say nothing. So I was like, all right.
I thought they had froze up.
I started to just sit there like, but anyway, thank you guys as well. You know, we always, we ain't been chatting as much, but we all got real life shit going on. Thank you to the chat for tuning in and checking us out. If you haven't downloaded the Unboxed app, if you're not on Android, go ahead and give it a download. Hit me up if you got any questions. You got a lot of stuff going on. So, and yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, Key, definitely thank you for coming through. And when you get done with your hiatus, come back through. We'll chop it up again. Definitely appreciate the usual suspects. Definitely just because we're not on here regularly, so to get as many people as we had in here, out of the blue is definitely appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and shout out the folks that shouted us out. Shout out to Beard Jedi, Iron Knight Tyson. Make sure you guys go ahead and check him, Caddy, and OG Sneakers on Wednesdays. Talking Kicks at 8:30 on their channel. Definitely check them out. Who else? We got KB Fresh Kicks, always dope shots. Kev. Let's see here. Who else? I know there were some other ones on.
There's some on the Monday Midsoul page, but I can't get to it. My damn phone is tripping.
I can't get to it either. But no, I want to go. I want to go through the shows. Retro Talk Forum with BAA. I'm gonna say BAA and Hop. Make sure y'all check them out. I think they do Tuesdays at 8. Check out Trap House with Young Tay, Tony C, and all them over there. I know they go kind of randomly, so they probably on right now. Make sure you check out Skip Goes Hard in the Blackest Battles. Me up late last night, but that stuff be fun, man. Sitting up there. I think he's gonna have one tonight. So that was what I heard earlier. So make sure y'all go ahead and check him out. Chilltown. Make sure y'all go ahead and follow channel Chilltown fellows shooting.
Yeah, Chilltown going live tonight.
He is going. All right, yeah. Make sure y'all check
Yeah, he
him
going
out.
Chilltown going after us. Yeah.
All right, and then who else we got?
Did you get Talking Kicks?
Yeah, Talking Kicks. Yeah,
Did you say Talking
Wednesdays
Kicks?
8:30.
Okay.
Yep. I know I'm probably missing somebody, but just make sure everybody. You in the chat, you see somebody that's got a channel, go ahead and give them a follow. It doesn't cost you anything. and it doesn't give you updates unless you ask for them. So, so with that being said, I'll go ahead and pass it to Marcus to go ahead and walk us out.
All right. Well, again, thank you to my BFF Key for always coming through whenever I pick up and say, "Hey, I need you." She right there. It's been like that since day one, you know. So it's my homie, man. She always got my back. So make sure y'all go and support her. She's doing big things. When she come back, make sure y'all show her love. To Mo, go check out the Unboxed app, man. I just upgraded and got my little insurance package and all that kind of stuff. So somebody come steal some of my shoes so I can give me some new shit.
Give me your address and
appreciate my boy Kev. Appreciate my boy Kev always being there to talk and look out for his brother. You know, appreciate all y'all. So and the usual suspects, man. Thank y'all for coming through. Y'all showed up tonight, man. I didn't think we was gonna have nobody on because we ain't been on so long, but y'all really showed up. Y'all chatted and all that, and we love it. You know, one other thing, you know, we want to get back active, and we would like to, you know, we want y'all to be a part of this. So if any of y'all want to come on and guest host anytime, or you got something to talk about, let us know, man. Because you know, this is a show for all of y'all, for everybody. It ain't just us. So hit us up and let us know, and you know, go down in the comments and tell us what you think and what we can do to make this show better. But with that being said, I'm old and I'm sleepy and I'm finna take a nap. So we'll see y'all next time. I don't know when it's gonna be, but hopefully it'll be soon.
Wait, one more thing.
Peace.
Want to make sure to shout out Who Has the Heat. You catch them on Saturdays. They got a doubleheader this week.
Yes.
So make sure y'all go ahead and check them out and check the battles out. Chop it up and we can laugh together at the contestants. You know, I like to get in there and kind of, you know, chit chat. So you know, we can check that out on Saturday. So check out E-Money 313 and
McFly.
McFly and PM ain't on there no more. So make sure y'all check all them out. But we out. We'll see.